here on IceTime.TV with Cardiff Devils player coach Andrew Lord after a 4-point weekend against the Sheffield Steelers and the Nottingham Panthers. And Andrew, in terms of weekends to start a league title defence, they couldn't come much harder, but maybe they couldn't come much better.
Yeah, I thought we were right back on track this weekend. It was nice. I thought the boys really upped the ante. Obviously, that first period in Sheffield yesterday was one of the better periods I've seen out of this team in a long time, and that says a lot. And you know, I felt like we maybe let them off the hook a little bit, as well as them, you know, obviously stepping up their game the rest of the game. But all in all, the claw with the win there is big in that building. And then tonight, I thought for the most part was very, very solid. And yeah, we'll take it and we'll move on.
We've talked at length before that it's a little bit of a strange concept in this country that the league title is everything. You're playing game sevens from September onwards. You can't win the title in September, but games like that, you know, you can lose vital points. So you've got to be game ready right from the off. Yeah,
I think it's huge. I think it's absolutely huge. And more than that, we just were looking for a response. You know, we all knew we let ourselves down. We knew we let the fan base down there Sunday, and I loved the guys' response. You know, no panic, just went about their business this last week. We got better in a lot of areas, and it showed come the games. And you know, that's all you can ask from your group. And what a group it is. It's really, you know, it's just a pleasure to go to work with these guys and then get to play in the games with them. And it was fun. I think you really starting to see the identity of our team come through here.
So impressed by the sixth defenseman tonight, Josh Batch, slotting back into defence. Whereas turnovers were an issue last week, it seemed that turnovers had been minimalised this weekend.
Yeah, it was incredible. Last night, tonight, maybe a few more, but overall, you know, it just changes the game so much. You're just not chasing it. You're not playing into teams' transition games, which both Sheffield and Nottingham obviously have great transition games. And yeah, it really allowed us to, you know, get on the puck in the O zone and you know, control the game. And it was fun. It was one of the areas we addressed, and the boys came through.
Talking about Josh Batch moving back to defence, Drew Parrish absent from the lineup the last couple of games. Enforced absence or choice on your part?
No, he's the top scorer in the CHL, or was, with that jersey, and then with 2 in Guildford. No, and not that goals mean everything, but you know, he's a big part of our offense, big part of our D-core as well. So little niggle. Maybe could have gone if it was a desperate situation, but nice to have that depth. And you know, on the Batchy subject, God, that guy's matured. Isn't it incredible to now see him kind of turn into a type of a Chris Culligan in his own right? Obviously a little bit different style, but to switch back and forth day in and day out, and no complaints, just total buy-in, and he's been huge. Last night he was exceptional. Tonight he was solid, and you know, again, that depth is critical.
Superb performance tonight from the Devils, but let me take you back to the first period. It's a 0-0 hockey game, and Ben Bounce doesn't have his stick, and David Clark, a deadly sniper, is going one-on-one and makes the move. Did you think the red light was going on right there?
I don't know what to think. I was wondering what Bouncy was doing to break his stick to begin with, but no, it worked out, and that was a big save. And I think there was 1 or 2 other ones that were just, you know, we were a little bit sloppy in a few areas there, but you know, that's why you got a goaltender, and he bailed us out, and those were those momentum saves, and yeah, we'll take it.
I've got to ask you about Crowder, Morissette, and Farina tonight. Maybe that third line, with a lot of penalties being called early this season, hadn't had maybe the minutes to develop chemistry, but they had more time on the ice tonight, and certainly Crowder and Morissette looked like a couple of savvy veterans out there. They knew how to play with each other.
I'm not sure about a third line, to be totally honest with you, John. That line can rival a lot of lines in this league. They got a bit of everything. They got most speed, you know, his details, his intangibles. Crowder, you see him getting his legs now, his hands. Some of the plays he made this weekend were phenomenal. He's going to be a real fun player for us going forward, and just happy for him. You know, like taking a year off, going to the working world, coming back and buying in, and you know, maybe be a little bit more up the lineup or you know, on the power play on some other teams, and he's just gone about his business. And you can say the same about Farina. What you know, unreal to have that guy, heart and soul player, and it's a fun line for sure.
Farina took a tilt tonight that maybe even in September could be fight of the season. He had to take a few blows from Gagnon, but he got inside and I guess that's what you brought Justin Farina in to do, score some goals, but also be a spark plug for this team.
Yeah, he's a bit of everything, and God, he can play the game, and he plays the game hard with a lot of jump, and I think it's rubbing off on some of our other guys. He's a vocal presence. I think he's getting comfortable in the room now to be a leader for us, and that obviously spilt over there, and I thought he hung in real well. I thought he blocked a lot of those, and look at how he finishes the fight. Just again, the heart of a lion, that kid.
A slight tweak with Aslan and Bentivolio swapping roles this weekend. What was you thinking behind that?
I won't tell you too much.
Okay.
Just a little bit of a mix-up. We needed to freshen some things up, and there was a couple other parts of that decision, and I thought it worked well, and obviously we know Alms and Benty's history, and yeah, I thought both lines really started to click. Marty's especially last night, and Almer's line had some real jam tonight. So yeah, here we go.
And how did you feel personally coming back into the lineup this weekend? 2 great games from you, playing on that 4th line. You and Matthew Myers, 2 big bodies to move. But I guess first shift you were rocked a little bit by Jeff Brown.
Yeah, I really thought I had him there, but he baited me, and God, I haven't been hit that hard in a long time. But no, got up, dusted myself off, and it was fun to be back in, and to be a part of it when the guys are going at it like that to a man and playing our game plan. It's real fun, and yeah, 2 wins. What else can you say?
What else can you say? The title defense has kicked off. Andrew, as ever, thanks for joining us on IceTime.TV.
You got it. Thanks.